Joining us now is legal analyst Jack Ford. Good morning, Jack.
Good to see you, Maggie.
I remember covering this 2 years ago in Aruba, talking to prosecutors about his confession then, and them saying it did not constitute legal evidence. It appears it's no different with this one.
You know, here's the problem. Most people would think, well, if somebody comes in and they said, yes, I did this, and here's where we got rid of the body, they would think, well, isn't that enough to prosecute somebody? You know, most places, you need more than somebody just saying, I did something wrong. Here's what I did. The law says you have to be able to prove that there was a crime to start with before you can use somebody's words as a basis for a prosecution. So you need to have more evidence out there.
And not only that, he's said it a couple of times and said it differently every time.
Exactly right. That's the point. If you're the prosecutor here, the first time he's talking about we disposed of the body in the ocean. Now he's saying we disposed of the body in a swamp. So the prosecutors, I'm sure, are looking at this and they're saying that there's just not enough detail here. And plus the detail he is giving us is different from what he said the first time. So again, if they had something else, if they had proof of a murder, something that could tie him into it, then this might be more significant. But apparently they just don't.
So they don't have a credible confession and they don't have enough evidence that a murder even occurred. But they wouldn't necessarily need a body. I'm thinking to the Casey Anthony trial in Florida, for example. They're trying to build a case against her just with circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, for the longest time, remember, they couldn't find the child's body, and once they did, they still don't have a whole lot of it. And it's a good point you make, because you know people are used to some of the Latin legal terms. The corpus delicti literally means the body of a crime. Used to have a body for a prosecution for murder. But over the decades, that's changed. Most jurisdictions now have said if you can still prove somehow through good circumstantial evidence that a murder occurred, even though you never recovered the body, you can still go forward with prosecutors. And now, prosecutors will say, I much prefer to have a body. You can get all sorts of forensic evidence from the body that helps in your prosecution, but it doesn't absolutely prevent you as long as you've got enough to go forward.
And there's no statute of limitation on murder, so they could keep investigating this.
Absolutely right.
All right, Jack Ford, thank you
Maggie,
so much.
Good seeing you.